Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industries most wanted.
Listen, I got my bro checking in. He goes by the name of Ill Boy. What's going on with you?
Hey, Tampa Mystic, ATL, Most Wanted, what's going on? Industries
Hey, man.
most.
Appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody checking in right now. Shout out to everybody tuning in, checking in. I'm getting all my platforms set up. Make sure if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you switch it to the highest quality possible. You know what I'm saying? You want to see it in that clear, crisp resolution. But I am Tampa Mystic, the host of the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. You know, we've been ripping and running for well over a decade, but it ain't about me tonight. It's about this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? He goes by the name of Ill Boy. This like my brother. So we're
Hey,
gonna let him go ahead and formally introduce himself. Ill Boy, break it all the way down for us. Who is Ill Boy?
Ill Boy is an artist out of the Midwest. Been on the scene since 2019. Been tapping in with Tampa pretty much ever since I jumped out here, and just been trying to get quality music. Trying to get that
Man.
quality music.
And you do. You always bring the heat.
Hey,
Man, I've known you for a few years now. You've even come down here and performed at one of my recent showcases, and I'm grateful for that. You send clients my way, you know, so
yeah,
you're more than just an artist, you know, like you're an all around businessman.
man, that show be out here hustling, trying to make a dollar out here. So yeah,
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, man, is just, you know, like getting to it, you know, getting grinding, you know, like I want to say by any means necessary, but keeping it, you know, legit.
all legit hustles. But we gonna
Right.
get to
Absolutely. So you know, you got a big record, but before we even get into that and even talk about it, because this is the biggest record or biggest feature, I should say, of your musical career.
no
And
doubt.
it recently released, but we're not going to talk about it just yet because people who don't know Ill Boy, I want them to understand and respect the hard work that you've put in to get to where you're at. So take us back, whether it be the year, your age. When was it that you started tapping into doing music?
I would just say at a young age, I always had a passion for music. I was the kid on the playground that was trying to memorize everybody's words, and it was just something that I knew that I always wanted to do and pursue. And here I am.
I know that's right. Shout out to everybody checking in to Midwest Stand Up.
Hey, shout out to J-Town, man. Shout out to J-Town. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in.
Somebody saying let's go J. Cole. I'm not sure if they talking about the artist J. Cole, but we ain't interviewing J. Cole tonight. But you know, we got
He is
Illboy.
interviewing J. Cole, but they hit me with the government. Some of the people on they must know my government, but
Oh, okay. I was so
yeah,
confused.
yeah. I got a funny story. I got a funny story about the whole J. Cole thing. So
See, you put me on game. But that's what these interviews are for. We
yeah,
here to learn all about Illboy. I just know you as Illboy. You know, when we heavy in this music business, we don't even know each other's government names. If I see you, that's Illboy right there.
yeah, yep. I don't think you did know my first name, but
Nah. So
yeah,
okay. So shout out to Mikey the Don. You just put me on game, bro. I appreciate you. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? We're gonna give him a one time for that.
Industries
Industry's most
most
wanted.
wanted.
While we right there, let's just pause for a quick second, then we're gonna take it back. He
Oh,
said, "Let's go, J. Cole." Talk to us about that.
man, so my original name starts with a J, and
The
my last name,
government.
the government, and my last name is Cole. And before it became on a serious note, I was trying to find myself and trying to find a name, and people was telling me from my hometown that I should name myself like J. Cole. This is like
Yeah.
'05, like '06. And I was like, man, I think the name is whack. I said it just don't got a good ring to it. And years later, we got a J. Cole, and you see how he doing his thing. But it's funny
Absolutely.
because everybody was telling me I should name myself J. Cole, and I didn't think it was good at the time. I didn't think it was good.
And see, look what happened. Hey, I did not know that. So, Mikey the Don, appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just put me on game. So, you know, still taking it back, you know, to when you first started doing music. You know, there's more people that just chimed in, so we're just gonna kind of do a rewind. You know, when you first started doing music at a young age, you know, talk to us about who or what influenced you? I always like to know why you started doing music.
I would say that whole Cash Money, that No Limit era, really inspired me. Seeing Master P just hustle, and
Yeah.
uh, every week it seemed like 8 or 9 different artists was coming out, and everybody was going gold, and um, it was a good time for music, and I just always enjoyed it. And like I said, I already really had that passion deep down as a young kid, so I just loved it all. I just loved it all.
Man, most definitely. Anybody that's tuned in, checked in, make sure you're following Illboy on all social platforms. We're gonna throw that out there real quick because in case you guys aren't able to stick around to the end, we're gonna tell them now and later. Tell them real quickly, Illboy, where they can follow you on your socials.
www.illboy.com, www.illboy.com, and I guess for those who just be on Instagram exclusively, illboy, IL_BOY, real simple.
Illboy is one of the hardest working artists out there. He's always professional, about his
Yeah,
business.
yeah. Tell him again.
Shout out to Key Illuminati. I always butcher your name. I got to get it right before Thursday. I'm gonna have Bigger say your name. Shout out to you checking in. If anybody's checking in right now on any of the platforms, we are live on YouTube. We're live on 2 Facebook pages, Twitter and Twitch. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let Illboy know you're here and tapped in, tuned in.
Hey.
What is the music scene like out in your city for independent artists? Because you put shows on.
I say it's a lot of stuff going on. I'm real close to the Wisconsin, Illinois area, border area, so real close to Rockford. Rockford about 150,000 people, so it's a lot of different things going on. They got some stations out here, they got some artists out here, and people out here definitely doing their thing. And on the Wisconsin side, I'll say people also doing some things around here. So yeah.
Definitely. Who are you working with from your area right now? Because I know you be having artists pulling up. Is there anybody from your area, or in the vicinity that you're currently working with?
Shout out to my partner All Day J out here in the Midwest. So many artists that tapped into my show. I know you was just name dropping that a little bit, man. Shout out to everybody who done pulled up to one of my showcases, did their thing. I'm having a brain freeze on all the names and don't want to butcher the names, but y'all know who y'all are. I definitely appreciate y'all, all the vendors who have been tapping in. So we definitely been trying to make some noise out here and create some more buzz with the people. So
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, man, is definitely putting on for other people like yourself, independent artists, because why not share? You know what I'm saying? Like there's enough of us, enough for all of us out here to eat. Some people just want to be stingy. Artists, one thing that I find that a lot of independent artists don't do is they don't support other artists because they don't want to see them get on before them. And I
yeah,
never understood that.
yeah, they definitely be on that. Everybody got all types of different hidden agendas and different weird stuff going on, I would say, with some of these artists and some of these people. So you just got to tap in with the good ones, and once you find out the good ones, just keep them close, and just work.
Facts. Shout out to Diggs over there on Twitch checking in. Like I said, we're on multiple streaming platforms right now. We making sure that everybody around the world can see Illboy right now. You know what I'm saying? Throughout your journey in music, let's talk about investing in your career, marketing, promo. What's been the most important thing that Illboy has put his money into, besides yourself, of course, within your music career? Because there's a lot of independent artists that may need to hear this.
I would just say after recording the record or the album or the EP, whatever you're putting out, coming up with some strategies of how you're going to put this in people's face. And that comes with spending some advertisement dollars. And it's really like a lot of layers to this stuff. And I tell a lot of artists that, from your press kit to your SEO presence to your presence on YouTube, it's just layers and layers that you just got to continue to peel back and spend that money. So
yeah.
You can go broke doing this. You can go broke doing this for real. So
absolutely. But don't go broke trying to look like you got money, independent artists. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll spend all the money on the chains and this, that, and the third, but then they don't spend no money on their marketing budget. So definitely, like you said, you have to invest in yourself. And that's something I can say about Ill Boys. Anytime he has a new release, he always comes to me, whether it be for some blogs or radio play, or we've done multiple interviews. I don't even remember how many. It's been a lot.
It's been a lot. I gotta hit this lady up, man. She is the key. And I tell artists it's important that media outlets like yourself and radio stations are talking about yourself, Pookie and Lil Daryl, talking about you and saying you the hottest. Like, we need to get these other people involved. So that's what I'm all about. And I just appreciate your platform, and the relationship has been great so far.
Man, absolutely. And it'll continue to grow and get bigger. So let's talk about, we're in a brand new year, 2023. Again, you released a really dope record at the top of the year, which we're going to get into shortly. That's the grand finale. We waiting on that for just a few minutes.
Okay.
What are some of the other things you got, planned for 2023? I'm a big believer in setting up goals for yourself.
Absolutely. Well, I got a showcase coming up March 18th. We're doing the Ill Boy birthday bash and showcase. That's out here in Beloit, Wisconsin. Been getting artists to come tap in, been getting vendors to pull up, getting artists interviewed, and just giving artists an outlet to perform. So we got that coming up in March. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop my album that same week of my birthday. So
Mm.
that $1 Million Dreams it's in the vault. A lot of music's in the vault, and we ain't gonna hold on to it. We're gonna give a lot of music out, a lot of videos, and just keep pressing, just keep putting it in people's face. So,
Man, we got to talk about the project that's coming up. Shout out to Eric Yates checking in over there on YouTube. We see you, bro.
dog,
Appreciate you
dog,
tapping in.
dog.
How long is this album that's coming out around your birthday? You said $1 Million Dreams?
$1 Million Dreams, yeah.
$1 Million Dreams. How long has this album been in the works?
Really, it's been in the vault now for some time now, and that's why I said it's crazy, because I feel like a lot of artists, they'll get a record, they'll put it out in 2 months, then they go to the next, where my strategy has been different. I got to at least give a record 2 to 3 months. So on top of that, I continue to go to the studio and I continue to build up these records. So the project been done for a long time, and right now I'm just at the stages of which records should go on here, and which other records shouldn't. So I'm excited. I'm excited to bring it. I haven't brought its album since Hate Me Now, Love Me Later. I dropped that in 2021. Obviously I did a couple other projects, but I haven't gave everybody like Me Again. So I'm gonna give everybody Me Again. Got a couple nice features on there. And it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
I already know you always put out that quality work. Definitely looking forward to it. Who are some of the producers that you work with on this project?
So many different producers, track slammers, my guy Hardcore Beats out of Chicago, Anno Domino, Legions of Beasts, just so many different producers. If I hear it, I like it, and it's in my budget, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's talk about that.
okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
That. That's one of my favorite things to talk about when it comes to independent artists. I am not knocking none of y'all's grind, because you got to start somewhere. But a lot of artists like to go to YouTube and download random beats. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But if you do, make sure you're connecting with that producer to actually get rights to use that and put on the digital platforms. Otherwise, it's just for promo. With that being said, I heard Ill Boy say that, he purchases his beats. How important is that to you to actually purchase your beat or get like an exclusive lease or something on it?
Man, it's really important. And while you giving jewels, I'm gonna give a jewel, because 99.9% I feel like artists are probably just buying the MP3 and the wave, and you're doing yourself a disservice. And a lot of the times that just indicates that you really just got the lease for it. But when you own the beat, all right, they got to give you that track out. And that track out is every instrument that it took to make the beat. So my engineer has fully access to the 808, to this, to the hi-hat, but with that MP3 and that wave, it's just a compressed file, and you really ain't even giving your engineer nothing to work with. I mean, so it's really important to get those beats because you get that track out, you get that stem, however y'all want to call it, and you can go to work and you're gonna have a better quality sound of music because your engineer has access to all those instruments and your voice and just really putting it all together.
Actually, absolutely. And you could actually go in there and rearrange stuff slightly if you need to. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
might be like, dang, I love this beat, but I wish this was there. Well, if you got that track out, you can make that happen. You can go in and, not necessarily switch up the whole beat, but you can make the minor tweaks, like you said. So it's important. And you have all the rights to do what you want with it. You can put it out on all the platforms for sale. You can't take a beat that you got for free and legally put it out there for sale. You're not supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure it's happening because a lot of the producers don't have their paperwork together.
Yeah.
That's where a company named Song Trust comes in. You want to, yeah,
Yeah.
you
just
know,
uploaded the new record to them a couple of days ago, so we know we're on the same page.
absolutely. And I'll just give a quick, for people who aren't familiar, as an artist or a producer, all your works you should be uploading to Song Trust because, for example, if I use your instrumental or your song on one of my podcasts and it goes viral, you should be getting paid off of all those streams that my video, my YouTube interview is getting because it's got your music in it. You know what I'm saying? But they can't track it if you're not registered with a company like Songtrust. I think TuneCore has that service already built in, but if you're with like United Masters or DistroKid, you're gonna have to go ahead and but it's like $100, right? With Songtrust, it's not that expensive. I don't think it's too much.
It was a one-time fee of $100, and it's been beautiful. It's been working
Yes.
for me.
Because there's a lot of different ways as an artist you can make money, right?
So many different ways, man. I'm trying to keep up and educate myself, but I'm learning every day and I'm learning something new. So,
as an independent artist, what's the biggest pro and biggest con to being a independent artist, in your opinion?
I think the biggest pro is just excuse me. I think the biggest pro is just the opportunity to, go viral or be heard at any time. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to shake and move the crowd, but you just got that opportunity at any time to blow. And, if that opportunity does happen, you can cut out the middleman. Ain't no label involved. You can negotiate, make sure you get all your money. And to the downside of it, like you said, I would think it's just the money that it takes to actually promote and push a record, because they said if you got 250K, then you could have the best record in the world. So that should just give you an indication of how much money goes into this. Like, man, that's $250,000. So
$250,000, yes.
A lot of money.
Definitely. Shout out to Jam with J-Town. He said, need them stems. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like we got some people that really understand the business checking in. You know what I'm saying? Who is, again, outside of the artist that you just dropped this record with, we're going to go ahead and just say he got this record with Rick Ross, man, that I'm super excited about. That we're going to be checking out in the next maybe like 5 minutes or so. Was he your biggest dream collab, to date, or is there someone else that's still on the bucket list that you want to collab with?
Oh, well, Boosie, my favorite rapper. So Boosie on the bucket list,
Okay.
On the bucket list. And, Ross is just, one of them all-time legends, just made classic music. So I couldn't pass up the opportunity to do this record. So.
Well, let's talk about it a little bit before we get into it, because that is a major, major feature. Ross, in my opinion, is like one of the hardest working men out there, not just as an artist, he's a businessman. You know what I'm saying? People can learn a lot from him. Just listening to the knowledge and the wisdom that he drops. He's got that voice where he be talking, this is Ross, makes you want to listen to him. So definitely big up to my boy, Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying, Rose. As an independent artist, and again, this is coming from Ill Boy, when do you think is the right time in your career to reach out to a Rick Ross or a Boosie for a feature?
Definitely you want to just have your resume built up, just like going into that job that you want, and they're going to check out your credentials. These guys going to check out your credentials, or I mean, they'll take your money too, but most of the time, they want to be associated with something great. They want to be associated with an artist that's actually out here moving, and make sure that their resume is right. Make
Yeah.
sure you bring something to the table besides just trying to get a feature from them. Bring
Yeah,
something.
no, that's absolutely. Yeah. And the thing is too, you want to make sure that it's an artist that's, how can I say this? That a lot of people are rocking with, because there's some artists out there that, even though they got a lot of music out, they are not the type of artist that I want to associate my brand with, just because they always be on some BS. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, make sure you pick someone like a Rick Ross, who's, a lot of people tapping in and rocking with him. And you might have a chance that he might want to come shoot a video with you. Is that something that's been talked about?
Man, it's definitely something that's been talked about, but we got to get that budget. You got to get that budget right to have Ricky Rose pull up. But we gonna see. We definitely gonna shoot a video. If we can't have him pull up, we're gonna do something and get creative. But
Yeah, most
we got
definitely.
those monies to get him to pull up. The
Yeah,
record was a separate situation. You want a feature, that's a separate situation.
of
So
course.
it's that's how the game go. So
Absolutely, so let's talk a little bit about actually getting it on the digital platforms. I know it was a little different for you. You and I talked about this, and we don't have to get too in depth, but is there different steps to releasing a record through DistroKid or United Master, whoever you're using, when you have a major feature on there?
absolutely, man. They made me go through hoops and so many things that I had to do to get this record out, and it was crazy. It was really crazy, and every I would say DistroKid, all those different platforms, they all got different policies. You just got to look into who you getting your music distributed to, and follow their guidelines because they own it. Like they really own it. And long story short, while we're on here, all the work that they had me do, it still was not uploaded the way I was envisioning it to be. So I'm like, man, this is just nuts. But we here though. We here now.
Absolutely. It's out there. That's the most important thing, that you actually were able to release it. It's on all the digital platforms?
I believe it's I know for sure it's on SoundCloud and it's on Spotify right now. And I'm gonna have to tap in and make sure that Apple Music, they say it's supposed to be on all the platforms. I'm gonna have to go back and look. So
Yeah, like you said, it'd be a little touchy probably when you have a major feature on there, because they wanna make sure that you actually have the clearance to release it, with them being, whether they're with a major label or they just got a big presence like that. I guess that's good because it protects the artist. When you get to that Rick Ross level, you're gonna wanna be protected too.
right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, Before we get into the record, man, where do you see yourself going with this music? Do you want to continue being independent, or do you aspire to maybe start signing other artists on your own label one day? Where you want to go?
Right now I still got some time left in my career, so I want to keep making the music. I want to keep making moves, trying to get my music out to the world. Maybe when it's all said and done, I know a few people said, you got a table at the exec, you know how to do some things. So we'll definitely see. And I know for this year it's just about really putting out more quality music, giving out more of it, and popping out, doing more shows, more videos, and as a other question you asked, I'm willing to stay independent. I'm willing to sign. If it came down to a deal, it would just depend on what that paperwork looked like.
Man,
So um, whoever can put that bag in my hand, just call me, baby. Just call me.
it has to make sense. Every move you make has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like you, they got to make sure that you're an asset, not a liability when they bring you into their situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to build that resume up. I tell everybody your press kit, your EBK. If you don't got one, you need to get one, and it's basically an electronic resume. That's all it is. If you
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. Electronic press kit, to be exact. So every artist should have either an electronic press kit or at least a one sheet, which is like basically a graphic design. It's a one sheet breakdown of who the artist is. You want to have an updated bio, a
yeah,
good photo on there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple links, because they can actually hyperlink those where people can just click right on the PDF
yeah.
and go to your video or to your
So,
website. Does Illboy have a website?
www.illboy.com.
Every artist should have their own domain. I personally own, between me and my business partner, and this is no cap, we probably own 20 plus websites, you know what I'm saying, for every business and everything we do. So every artist, you should have a website, that way you can throw your videos up there, your music, your merch, all that.
She be hustling, y'all. I be telling y'all, tap in.
I'm a hustler, babe.
I'm a hustler. She really be hustling.
Couple quick shout out to my family. Trap Wiz checking in, that's my bro right there. Shout out to TJ Source checking in. He's going to be performing on Thursday at the Industry's Most Wanted showcase.
Industry's
Most Wanted.
Most.
I gotta get back down there. I gotta get back down there. I tell people, to me, ATL is like the Motown of hip hop this day and there. So gotta get back down there. Definitely was a blast when I came down. Was that August, September of this last year? Came down.
August when we did Biggest Birthday Bash.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie, Bigger Ranking.
Yes, in fact, just a quick little shameless plug. Big and I just signed the paperwork. He and I got our own spot together now. A lot of people I know have been through my podcast studio that I have, but he and I just signed the paperwork, closed the deal. We moving in next week. So Trapping from the Basement, Industry's Most Wanted, and the Hype 87.3, all working out of the same building. Super excited. So when Illboy, you come back, you got to come through.
Man, we was trying to make it happen. We had a couple just scheduled things. I definitely want to get down there and check out the station for sure.
Man, most definitely. Well, listen, before we get into this record, 3 things that we have to do. 1, go ahead and tell them one more time, give them that website and your social platforms so they can follow you.
www.illboy.com for all you Instagram lovers. IL_BOI, and go visit www.illboy.com. For real.
You have a question that came in real quick, so we're gonna pause for a second, asking if you have merchandise coming out.
I do got some merchandise coming out. It's already actually out. Again, like I said, with so many layers and wearing so many hats, it got put on the back burner, brought back to the back burner. So I got to get that back out there, because that's really a way to get some more money and keep pouring into this thing. But I do got some merch. If you hit me up, I can send you my link, and I'm gonna bring you that Midwest girl apparel when I come back down.
Please do. I love rocking people's brands. I'm talking about brands that are on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know about the big brands, but I want to rock Illboy's brand. You get what I'm saying? I want to rock Trap Wiz's brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to support the people that are on the rise.
Y'all got me. I should have been wearing mine now. I know somebody gonna tell me that when I get off. You should have been wearing your brand. You should have been wearing your brand.
It's all good. It's all good. You still look fly with the jacket on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to VVS. Keep pushing. He says, we appreciate you. I don't know if it's a female or a male. I apologize. I just see it says VVS. So shout out to you. Second thing that we got to do, man. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Hey, man, shout out to my wife and kids. Y'all know I love you. Keep me pushing. Shout out to all my family. Shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to Juicy Visuals. Shout out to Pops. Shout out to All Day. Like I said, just everybody who's been tapping in, following my movement. I appreciate you. Just keep following. It's a movement.
Most definitely. Last but not least, we got Illboy checking in right here on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast with your girl Tempa Mystic. Industry's Most
Wanted.
But I need you to go ahead and let us know, let the whole world know, what makes Illboy the Industry's Most Wanted.
Man, because I'm the hardest working man in show business, like she told you. Can't nobody outwork me. Can't nobody out hustle me. Yeah.
Straight like that. Period.
Straight like that. Period.
So listen, we got this big record that we've been talking about. I've been hyping it up throughout the whole interview. It's Rick Ross on the feature. It's called Taking Off. For the people that tuned in a little bit later, maybe just catching it, tell us one more time how this record came together.
Man, just politicking and networking. Saw the opportunity, took the opportunity, and just ran with it.
Yeah.
I just had to make sure. I was like, man, I'm on this track with Ross, man. I got to make sure the bar is on point. Got to make sure I just bring my A game, So
Absolutely. Well, listen, we about to get into it. Without further ado, we've been talking for 30 minutes now. It's time for them to check out this record. You know what I'm saying?
It's hot like fish grease now. I'm gonna let y'all know it's hot like fish grease.
Nah, for real. So go ahead and give us that official introduction.
Hey, it's the big homie all the way out of that was a B-roll, even though we live.
That's all good. I be stuttering and messing up too.
It's the big homie Ill Boy straight out the Midwest. This is my latest single with the biggest homie, the biggest boss, Ricky Rose, taking off. Tap in.
The biggest boss.
Boss.
Boss. You know they had to do it.
No, we had to do it. I can't hear it though. I wonder, is everybody supposed to be able to hear it?
You don't hear it?
I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Do
Did
y'all hear it? Do y'all hear? Do y'all hear it?
Do y'all hear it? Let me try one more time because I could hear it loud and clear on me. And let's try it one more time.
Okay.
Because I gotta make sure that you hear it and they hear it.
Let's see. Let's see.
Ill Boy and Ricky Rose. You know we had to do it.
You hear it now?
Yeah. We rolling. We rolling.
I run the ball, I run it back. I told you I'm a running back. LT in my prime, all I need is my gold on. Shining so bright, yeah, you know I get my roll on. $100 zones, yeah, you know I get my smoke on. Shout out to my amigo, I see that he be getting dope. Yeah, I'm fly, head to toe. Fitted cap, I got it, bro. All my chairs, I'm rocking.
Throw up them fire emojis if you rocking with it.
Let me know. Let me know.
That's for sure. 100 stacks on the watch, 100 blocks on the dot. Ricky Ross, flew whip, tennis shoes in the socks. I'm up in Secret City, yeah, that boy got the gleam. You better get the phone and bricks selling like ringtones. Stepping out fresh, I'm stepping out clean. My nigga Young Ma, dope boy in DPC. When I'm up in the D, we gon' stunt like a dog. My niggas drop out of school, but we subject to ball. Don't worry about the crackers, cause the crackers ain't sharp. I'm looking in the phantom, bitch, you know that in the mall. See the grill in the front, I get the feel in the front. Fuck how you feeling, Ricky Ross, I get $1 million a month.
The fire emojis coming.
I get it so mild, pulling up to the trap, fresh off a low job. Yeah, I'm charging all the G's, pussy nigga tell lad. If you waiting on the sack, boy, just hit myself back. I run the city, I run the town, these niggas, they gon' hate me now. Send me automatic, I'm spitting like a savage. These bars causing damage, I'm a pimp, David Banner. I ain't really got no manners, I ain't worried about you cappers. A lot of niggas, y'all just actors, I don't fuck around with bastards. Gotta get them where it hurts, put that boy up in the hearse. I be spitting hella bars, I be driving fancy cars. Bitches want menage a trois, she can suck it like a suck. Freaky girl up in the covers, she don't care about her love. She just like them rapping boys, she just like them trapping boys. I just go and get the money, buzzing like a bumblebee. All this honey just for me, I am where it's supposed to be. Morgan Freeman lean on me, I'm the boss you wanna be. Yeah, I'm on your TV screen, watch me make a movie scene. Everything I do was green, I told you I got the recipe. All these blessings just for me, I told you, yeah, we got it. Diamond so exquisite, yeah, I'm looking like a superstar. Passport stamp, show you hoes, you know I travel far. Everybody knowing I'm the man, call me Charles in Charge. I've been working every day, so you know I'm taking off. Diamond so exquisite, yeah, I'm looking like a superstar. Passport stamp, show you hoes, you know I travel far. Everybody knowing I'm the man, call me Charles in Charge. I've been working every day, so you know I'm taking off.
Taking off. Hey. Yeah, that's a
Man,
big
it got me sounding good, man. The engineer mean a lot to you too, man. Shout out to my engineer. And if you ever hear Ill Boy and you hear somebody yelling in the background, cutting up, that's him. We got some nice magic working, so we just keep that rolling.
Your engineer is one of the most crucial people to your music career.
Shout out to him, man. He be putting in that work, putting in them hours.
He be putting you in the game for real.
Man, I got to give him almost all the credit. Just about, I just came here to rap. That was supposed to be the easy part. So
right. Absolutely. You getting a whole lot of good feedback in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's throwing up them fire emojis. Hey, man, that track is crazy. Shout out to Mikey Redmond. Man, appreciate everybody took the time to come through and check out Ill Boy tonight. If you missed any part of this, you can go ahead and hit that replay. And a little shameless plug, go ahead and subscribe to the Industry's Most Wanted YouTube channel with your girl Tampa Missy. You know what I'm saying? Ill Boy, man, you got anything else for us before we get up out of here?
Man, just keep looking for the record. You know, we getting the record to some more DJs. DJs, y'all need to hit me up, man. Y'all need to have this in the club, and we're gonna get this thing in rotation, and just be on the lookout for more music from me, man, and more videos, and really just pressing on y'all, and seeing y'all face this year. So
Yeah, most definitely. Listen, I know all the artists and anybody, family, friends that checked in on the chat. You guys were, active in the chat. Once the video ends, go to the actual comment section and leave some comments for IllBoy. You know what I'm saying? What you thought about the song. I'm just showing some love. All that stuff matters. As an independent artist, one of the hardest things to do is to get people to support you because they got busy lives. I promise you won't take no more than 5 seconds of your time to go leave a comment on the actual interview. Let IllBoy know what you think about the record. So, man, without further ado, IllBoy, I appreciate you. You my bro for life. You know what I'm saying?
we tapped in forever. Right here, we test that there.
Locked and loaded. Appreciate everybody who took the time to check in, but we up out of here, y'all.